welcome back to another CNC Rivals video. So today we are going to be taking a look at a deck that I made, as I like to call it, the Scarab Control deck. And I've been having a little bit of time, and a difficult time inside of Masters, trying to find a proper deck to use, but I finally found a decent one for Nod, because for the most part, players in here have avatars and stuff, and I got a couple of wins here. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm probably going to do two of these matches, because I have a couple, but I have quite a few of them, but I'm probably just these two, because these two out of these three that I have up on screen right now are really good. These three right here are the best. The other ones were very easy, because the point of this deck is complete control. So we're going to go against Standstill, so let's go ahead and get into it. So he is using a Nod tech deck. As you saw, there's Cyborgs, Flame Tanks, and also Rock Worms. So, I'm going to show off what you do with this deck if you're going against a tech deck. So, starting off at number 1, you do want to open with a Scarab unit. That is going to be very, very important, because this will allow you to do one of two things. One, you can start out with a Scarab unit to go ahead and go for the enemy Harvester. Or two, you can go ahead and start off with a Scarab unit to go ahead for just to control the pads. I see he has double harvesters, so I instantly get my Scarabs to go attack it before he can get his units up. He goes into Cyber Wills, but he's too little, too late, and I do get his harvester down. I set up on the bottom launch pad to go ahead and continue charging again. Remember, you want to be charging the missile with this. Purposely, you want the game to go as fast as possible. So at this point, I'm trying to control the launch pads. He realizes and goes into use Cyber Will to stop my unit. I go ahead and try to rush his harvesters down to distract his attention, so I can keep charging the pads and keep getting the missile. I supercharge my unit here, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, you know what, my main goal here is going to be the missile. I need to get the missile, and I should have retargeted my unit, but I didn't, and basically, here we go, I'm about to get the missile, and there you go, I get the first missile. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm going to actually start focusing fully on his harvesters and going for his other units. He keeps walking in the flame, and his unit keeps dying, but now I go for his harvester so I can keep dampening his income, so he has to keep building units to stop me. And then he goes to Cyborgs, and at this point, I go into, I'm about to go into Flamers, and unfortunately, as you can see, I have 120 income, but I don't think I have, I don't have a Temple of Nod. So unfortunately, I don't have a Temple of Nod. He doesn't walk into my Scarabs. You know, I tried to bait him there, but it didn't work. You can see here, at this point, we're just basically just like dog fighting, trying to micro our units out of the way so the other one can kill each other. This play was pretty good. I think he did get the second missile. However, unfortunately, thanks to the fact that I brought Basilisk, that is very good. A Basilisk, Basilisk Oxana combination is very powerful and very strong. It's like very, very good. I really do enjoy this combination. I've been using it, like I said, with this deck. So I think I go for his harvester again. No, I just leave his harvester. Actually, yeah, okay, there you go. I went for his harvester. I'm going to go and attack his harvesters again. Keep getting damage on his harvesters. Be sure he cannot farm that Tiberium. So at this point, I'm just trying to avoid his cyborgs and micro around them and his cyber wills. He's actually doing pretty good at combining the two, and I think this is where he goes into a flame tank. No, this is not where he goes into a flame tank. The good thing is that he has rock worms and flame tanks, meaning his rock worm and flame tanks can the only unit he has in his roster that could possibly counter my Basilisk is only the cyborgs and the laser troopers. Laser troopers will get destroyed, and since I have flamers, I can use the flamer combination with them to basically protect my unit. And unfortunately, I did not walk on the launch pad. You see that I tried to do it last second. I would have had that missile had I actually walked on the launch pad, because I would have just been able to sit there. And then I go for his harvesters, so I can get more income to build more Basilisks. I think, he doesn't go for my unit. So, I basically just micro my unit out of the way, so he has to go past my flame troopers if he wants to get my tank. And now he's actually going to start worrying about my Basilisks. He builds a flame tank. I pull my Basilisk back knowing he's going for it, and I'm getting ready to build Flame Troopers to try to counter him. I'm going to keep his Flame Tank busy with my unit. So he tries to go around here, but once again, I have two Basilisks, so his unit won't even be able to fire its cannon. And you can see here, he has nothing. He doesn't have Phantoms. This is why Phantoms are so good right now, because they do so much for the team. So you see here, yep, just getting utterly destroyed. There's nothing he can do. I have a boosted Oxana Basilisk here. I'm just racking up the damage. He's trying his best to take out my units, but as you can see, gone. There's nothing he can do. And yeah, here we go with the Oxana Scarab control deck. So the Scarabs allowed me to capture the early game very easily, and because of the basilisks have such high health, he is able to tank there. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more. In this next one, I actually don't get to use the basilisk, but I do use the scarabs a little bit more. Now, I was going to do the other Nod player, but I thought, why not do GDI since we just fought against a Nod. So, let's go ahead and see if we can get some of those wins in. We did get the win, obviously, but still, okay? I'm not going to lie. I have, I said that because I actually have Apex loaded next to me. So, I'm just like, so out of space. Okay, so you see here, build a Scarab first. I think he was trying to go from a Harvester, but fails utterly with the fact that these guys can just absolutely destroy missile troopers. So he tries to go around. I was going up to the top to stop him, but he doesn't go around. Oh, wait. Yep, he's just trying to, I guess he was trying to go for my heart. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I go into the mid-launch pad here, and he builds a shockwave to stop my units. Fortunately, the unit does fire off its flames in time. Now he has to walk to the bottom, buying my unit a tad bit more time to set up. About the time he gets there, it's fully set up, so his unit doesn't even get to attack. I build a second Scarab just in case, and at this point, I just keep it off to the side, so when this one actually uses this blast, basically I can put the other Scarab right back in there. And at this point, he's just forced to sit there. There is nothing he can do. He tries to use missile troopers and fails horribly. As you can see, the unit just annihilates his units. And there you go. I get the first missile very easily. There's nothing he can do. And I then start moving my unit to go ahead for his harvesters. And then he built shockwaves, so I just run away because I don't want to get caught up by that. And there you go, wrecked. And at this point, my goal here is to keep the launch pad charging and keep going, because at this point, I do know, since I scouted my other unit, I saw he had double launch pads. I thought he was going tech deck, which is why I was kind of building scarabs, and I wasn't really panicking, but I was basically trying to get him to keep building units by charging the missile. Against tech decks, players usually want the game to go on as long as possible, meaning they will, if necessary, spend their Tiberium getting a bunch of units to stop and slow down the missile. So if you continue to keep charging the missile and keep them off the launch pads, you can make it so that they can't get tech units. Now, by the way, this was going through my mind because I thought he was using a tech deck, but he turns out to not. You can see the Scarabs help so much. That Rhino just gets absolutely destroyed by my Scarabs, and there's nothing he can do, and that's going to be a GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That is going to be it for now. And the Scarab Oxana control deck. Oxana is not necessary, but as you saw there with the Basilisk boosting my, with Oxana boosting my Basilisk, it isn't necessary, but it's very, very useful. By the way, I am running the Phantom in this deck for extra air control, so I hope you, and note my Basilisks were only level 5. These guys are very low level. So this deck is already really working out for me with very under-leveled cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to be it for now. Peace.